Hey everyone, we are back, and next up is the Milde Habitat in the Mountaintops. Yep, in this guide we'll find all 3 of the Smiley Flowers and complete the discoveries in this stage. And if you find the guide helpful, please toss a like at the video, we'd really appreciate it. And the first thing we're going to do is eat a Milde to complete the first discovery. Yep, these guys look like little balls of bubblegum, so the next thing we're going to do is blow a bubble. Okay, and the fun has just begun here. Let's pop one of them now by jumping on top of them. And then next we can dive into this pool of slime to multiply the Mildes. Okay, get ready. We're going to do a whole bunch of discoveries at once right here. Just keep spam jumping across all of the Mildes to complete all of these discoveries. Yep, just keep hopping and popping. Okay, next up, we're going to hop back into that slimy pool and sink all the way to the bottom and get Yoshi trapped inside of a Milde bubble. And when he pops back up, burst the bubble and a whole bunch of Mildes will appear. Just start smashing those Mildes apart until a big Milde is spawned. Okay, now let's head back to the left. We'll find a nut up in the tree that we can jump on top of and then roll the nut back down the hill to smash a Milde to complete another discovery. And there are actually 2 more discoveries that we can do with the nut. We'll show you those at the end of the guide when we reset the stage. Yep, and the nut can disappear and not respawn, so we just felt we'd do those last 2 discoveries with the nut in its own run through the stage. Okay, the next discovery is to find the hidden Crazee Dayzee, and we will find that Crazee Dayzee in the grass up here on the hill. Yep, just pop a Milde on the grass to reveal it. And then we'll grab the Crazee Dayzee and dunk it into the pool to complete the next discovery of getting it trapped. Okay, that's everything in this area. Let's now head into the cave, and the first thing that we're going to do when we get into the cave is clear out all of these boxes. By hopping on all these Mildes here, we can blow up all the boxes pretty quickly. And just like we did with the Crazee Dayzee, we're going to trap this Croakaoke in the pool as well. You can nudge him over into the pool by just putting Mildes down next to him and popping them. And there's one more discovery that we can do with this Croakaoke, and that is to send it flying. Just do the same thing that you did, nudging it to the pool, but this time do it over by the right here, and it will fly against the wall and complete the discovery. And then grab another Milde and bounce off the Croakaoke to get up to a little hidden area that contains the first flower in the stage. Yep, by popping a Milde in the water, it will reveal the flower. Okay, for this next discovery, we need to blast all the leaves off of this tree, and you can do it by, yep, you guessed it, popping bunches of Mildes. And then after we clear the tree, we can use the pool below here to spawn a big Milde and complete another discovery. Okay, we're making great progress. Now it's time to head into the volcano. There's a bunch of discoveries in there that we can complete. Let's go do it. First up, we're going to blast apart this golden bug here by popping a bunch of Mildes right next to it. And this part can be quite tedious. That bug flies around a lot. Just keep popping Mildes around it until you blast it apart. And this entire time that we've been trying to blast that golden bug, we've been actually making progress on the next discovery, which is to spawn a mega mild. Yep, if you pop enough of the milds inside of the volcano, a mega mild will spawn. But we don't just have to spawn one mega mild, no, we have to spawn 3 of them for the next discovery, and the volcano can get very crowded while you're trying to do this. So the best tip that we can give here is after creating the second mega mild, find a clear spot on the left or right edges of the volcano to create the third one. And if you're lucky enough to get the 2 mega milds to stack on top of each other, it does make this a little bit easier. Okay, that's all 3 of them. Now we can use them to get up to the top of the volcano and complete the next discovery. All the way at the top of the volcano, we will find a beautiful rainbow. And we are now at the highest point of the stage, and we can use that to our advantage to float over to the left to reach the second Smiley Flower. Okay, now let's float back over to the volcano, and then we're going to head to the right where there are a couple more discoveries to complete. And these next 2 discoveries involve Bunchabees and honey. Down in this valley here to the right of the volcano, we'll find them. So the first thing that we need to do is dip one of these milds into the honey. And once we do that, we can use them as bait to take out the Bunchabees. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Let's head back to the volcano. And then we'll hop back into it and pop open one of those mega milds. So in the volcano, there is still one thing left to do, and it will take us to the 3rd Smiley Flower in the stage, and we'll complete 2 more discoveries. First, we need to activate this pool here by throwing a mild into it. And now with the pool activated, we can spawn a bunch of milds and then make our way up to the top where there is a ledge that contains the 3rd and final Smiley Flower in the stage. Okay, that's everything to complete except those 2 nut discoveries that we mentioned in the beginning of the guide. Let's go do those now. So we'll restart the stage and then go up and grab the nut. We're going to bring the nut back down to the right down the hill into the pool. And just be careful with the speed here. If you go too fast, the nut can bounce all over the place and you can lose it. And as we mentioned earlier, if you lose the nut, it doesn't always respawn. We're not quite sure what causes it to respawn and what prevents it from respawning. Probably a bug. But anyway, just move slowly, and once you have the nut inside of the pool, you'll be done this discovery. Okay, and then we need to run back to the tree and grab the nut again. Hopefully it has respawned for you. If it has not respawned, just restart the stage. And we're going to do the same thing again, only this time we're going to take the nut all the way to the volcano and dunk it there. And that volcano is pretty far away, so we need to create a path to get there. The first thing we need to do is clear these boxes out of the way. And now we can run back and get the nut, and then we'll show you how to get to the volcano. Yep, and that's all it takes to reach the volcano. The key here is to control your speed. You don't want to go too fast or you'll start bouncing all over the place and you may not make it. And then just wait for the nut to sink down to the bottom and a bunch of coins will appear that you can collect. And with that, we are done and have completed all of the discoveries available at this point in the habitat. So that brings us to the end of this guide. We hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please like the video and maybe even consider subscribing to our channel, Derek's Gaming. We'd love to have you, and it really does help our channel grow. We do appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and we will see you at the next stage.